All right, here we go. First posture that we will use for fire element is Utkatasana. Start with your feet hips distance apart. Bring the weight into the heels and at the knees. Sit your hips back in space. Another option is to bring the legs all the way together from the ankles to the knees, inner thighs. You can extend the arms for a little bit more effort. Turn to the side so you can see the position. Hips again are back in space, long through the low back, drawing the belly button up and in towards the belly, extending the arms. And breathe here. Feel the fire as it brings warmth into the legs and breathe it up into your belly. For those of you that are still working on building strength, you can soften the bend in the knees. It doesn't have to be so deep until you get to a place where you can comfortably hold it and come to a place of challenge. Breathe into the challenge. We learn through these more difficult experiences. So where can you meet yourself? Posture number 2 for this sequence is plank pose. So start by spreading your hands really wide. Feel the place in the spaces between the fingers. Align yourself so that the shoulders are directly on top of the wrists. And you can tuck your toes and lift the knees, or for a modified version, have the knees down. Whether you're taking modified version or the full version with the knees up, you want to make sure you have a nice alignment from the shoulders to the hips to the knees and all the way to the heels if the knees are floating. Be sure that you don't stick your butt back in space and pike the hips up. And here we're going to focus on the power of this posture and the sustaining fire that you might be able to connect with here. Stay and breathe. Lower the knees if you need to. And also remember that if you have any wrist issues, you can come down to forearms and do the same thing on the knees or on the toes with the forearms down. See if you can hold this posture for about 1 minute and affirm to yourself that you are connected to your inner fire. And the third and final pose that we'll do for fire element is a supported back bend. You'll need 2 yoga blocks. The first block is going to go lengthwise along your spine. So kind of like between your shoulder blades essentially. So place that down on the mat. And the second block you can have as an option for the head if you want a more supported back bend. So you can have it the same height as the first block, or you can have it on a higher or lower. You've got 3 options there. But gently ease yourself back over the first block. Adjust the second block so it supports your head if you're using it, and let your arms rest by your sides. The legs you can extend long, or you can bring the bottoms of your feet together into a butterfly posture with the legs. An option here is to play with the position of the arms and get a little bit more stretch through the chest and the shoulders. And as you stay in this posture, I recommend, something between 3 and 5 minutes passively breathing into this heart opening. Just connect with your ability to experience joy. And then when you're ready to come out, bring the knees together. I like to roll off the blocks onto my side and then eventually push myself back up to seated. There you go. I hope you've enjoyed these